This is the Atlanta Small Business Show with Jim Fitzpatrick.
Hi everyone, I'm Jim Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for joining me on another edition of the Atlanta Small Business Show. As an entrepreneur, one of the most important tasks is to learn how to successfully scale your business to new heights. Unfortunately, this can serve as a challenge for many female small business owners that don't have a strategy in place to do so. Today's guest is Beate Chalette, the author of the #1 international Amazon bestseller, Happy Women, Happy World: How to Go from Overwhelmed to Awesome. She's a certified female business owner and has been named one of 50 must-follow women entrepreneurs by Huffington Post. Thanks very much for joining us in the studio today.
I'm excited to be here.
I know that you're very passionate about females in business, and talk to us about that, because we talk to so many female business owners and entrepreneurs here at the show, and they will all come in and say, I've got this feeling of, I think you touched on it, I'm not good enough to be a business owner. And once they overcome that, man, they've got the whole world there. They go out and succeed, and they're like, why did I have these hang-ups about, me not being good enough and me being maybe in a man's world out there and competing against them?
When it comes to women, we have to remember that we are not raised to be competitive.
Right.
Most of us.
Right.
Some are, but for the most part,
Right.
we are.
Right. Go out and find a husband, make sure he's got a good job, take
Yes.
care of the home,
Have
make sure that he's
kids.
got a meal at the table.
Yes.
All the baby boomers were brought that way. Right?
Take care of your house. We already have so much to overcome when we
Right.
have this idea. And I think a lot of women don't think, do the reverse engineering that we were just touching
Right.
on
Right.
to come up with a plan, or they don't think big enough, or they are afraid that they're going to become more than their parents, or they become more than their husband, or they become
Yeah.
more powerful
That's
or more
right.
successful.
That's right.
So women go, well, all I want is, I just want to make $100,000. Well, why wouldn't you want to make $1 million?
Exactly.
Why would you
Right.
not want to make
Right.
$10 million?
Right.
I never even thought about it like that.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
I just need to be an entrepreneur so I can take care of my kids, so I can
Right.
actually leave at 5 o'clock, pick up my children, so I don't lose my job.
Right.
So I'm looking at my job as a replacement for a salary.
Yeah.
And so when we talk to women and we instill this can-do attitude, like what you just said, it's like suddenly women show up and they have this
That's right.
this
We can do it.
strength
That's right.
and this we can do it,
Right.
and then suddenly they blow you out of the water. But
Right.
it's confidence.
Yep.
It's lack of support. Often lack
Which
of
is a
support
huge one. I mean,
of
that's
other women.
That's right. Other women, your family and friends that may say, "Oh, don't do that," or "Are you sure? You've never done that before. What makes you think you can do that? Or what are your kids going to do? And how's your husband going to feel?" I mean, and all of those things that get thrown on the back of females that want to go out and open up their own businesses, or go out and succeed in business. And it really is, the time has come, I think, that we say enough is enough. Women in business are phenomenal in many, many cases. They blow away men. I mean, I'm a guy, I can tell you. The women in my company work way harder than men. They're way better at it. I often kid about that, but it's true. There's no question about it.
Well, we have to work harder,
right.
because when our ideas are being labeled as female, everybody
Sure.
looks at them much differently.
That's right.
They're under much more scrutiny. And then, and you have a wonderful partnership
That's
and,
right.
and a wife you work with.
That's
So
right.
you have that,
She runs circles around me.
You understand, that it brings another
right.
element to it. And I think that's really critical to understand,
Yeah.
to have that fear of women taking over the world.
Sure.
Is men have created half of everything.
Yeah.
Now women just need to create the other half, and then we need to connect both of them, and then we have a
That's
complete
right.
system. It's really simple.
Beate Chalette, entrepreneur, keynote speaker, and author of the #1 best-selling book, international speaker, as I mentioned, Happy Women, Happy World: How to Go from Overwhelmed to Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on the Atlanta Small Business Show. This has been such a delight.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks.